Park. All right, it tells me that I'm live. Can anybody confirm this? I'm live? Hey, and due to poor network performance, the voice chat feature has been disabled. All right, and now it says that we're not? Oh, now we're okay. All right, we had a ton of technical difficulties again, guys, but hey, it's nothing new. We got the world title match for Superstardom. We got the competitors. Ding, ding, ding. Pre-main event underway. Jetstar setting to defend his championship for the first time, and Beatdown's been eliminated from the Royal Rumble. And Jetstar's taking out Hybrid. No weapons allowed in this match. All normal rules all night long. But there's no disqualification in the Battle Royale. How's that make you guys feel? Anyway, Hybrid Maniac inverted suplex delivered to Jet. And the experience edge is definitely going to go in favor of Hybrid. He's held more Superstardom title reigns than Techno Legend, or I believe he's tied. Might be one of the two. He is tied. Production Truck is correcting me. COO Brutality is in the house. Happy to have him here. Such a huge help when it comes to the broadcasting side of things. And he'll keep a heavy eye on this match, I'm sure, to help us out and make sure things don't go bad. Beat down with a crossbody. Hybrid avoids it. Neckbreaker connects. Now the champion looking to battle back, and he's able to clip Hybrid. These three were involved so heavily together. It's a chain reaction here. So Beatdown won the title. The same night Beatdown wins the Undisputed Superstardom Championship, Jetstar becomes #1 contender for it. Now the night after, Hybrid defeats Beatdown for the title. He ends up defeating Jetstar pretty easily. But then a couple months later, Jetstar goes on to defeat Hybrid for the title. And now all three of them are here. So it's sort of coming full circle for these three, although they were involved at True Punishment's multi-man Undisputed Superstardom Championship match. Beatdown last month was involved in the Money in the Bank. Unsuccessful, and it was a pretty porous Money in the Bank, to say the least. Beatdown hovering over Hybrid, and of course he and Jet are no strangers to each other. These two were opponents throughout the summer. They were one of the biggest rivalries in EIF for the summer of 2015 over the United States Championship, a title that has since elevated both of these men's careers. In fact, Jetstar and Beatdown, or I should mention, now Beatdown has made it a full year with the EIF. Jetstar has not even made a full year yet with the EIF, and both men have won the Undisputed Superstardom title inside that rookie year. So argue two of these guys, you could argue both of these guys could have perhaps been the rookie of the year for 2015. Though there was never a determined winner for that. Jetstar giving Hybrid a taste of his own medicine after he exchanged with Beatdown. Also, you got to look at reversals. This isn't a call match like we saw in the triple threat earlier for the Undisputed Championship on Extreme Distortion. And so for this one, there are already some preset things, and of course Hybrid is one of those preset superstars that will take advantage. He's the only one with 5 reversals. Now 4, that's the max that either of his competitors can obtain. And Hybrid with a half Nelson release German suplex. Jetstar with a forearm to beat down. He picks up his old nemesis, but I don't think to help him. And Hybrid came to the aid, but was favored with a spine buster. And speaking of back-breaking moves, how about that backbreaker from the Beatdown? And Beatdown has not had the best start per se to 2K16. He hasn't won a lot of matches, hasn't been to a lot of shows either. In fact, this is Beatdown's 2K16 debut, or I'm sorry, 2016 debut rather. Crossbody misses for Jetstar. Beatdown missed his attack on me. Stunning Steve Austin didn't appreciate it. Smarter than you though. Now Beatdown getting in the ring. And the gang up on Jetstar, who's able to drop kick his way out of one competitor. Here comes the other, and Jetstar just backpedaling, but he's clotheslined into the corner, sitting in the turnbuckle. Hybrid's knee to no avail. And now it's Beatdown ascending the top turnbuckle. Hybrid drops down. Beatdown goes for the accidental. He's stopped and dropped from Jet, who's just clipped that crossbody a couple times. Hasn't fully connected with it like he has with that spine buster. One taunt for Jet. He leads the match in momentum, does the champion. And he's dropped with a baseball slide. Now, I don't want to, do a commentator's curse or get ahead of myself, but You know what I would like to know is if Jetstar were to win this match, when is the last time a pay-per-view for EIF ever had 4 championships or more successfully defended, or a pay-per-view in which all the titles were successfully defended and there was at least 4 titles defended? I'd have to imagine this was pretty hard. I mean, Hybrid with his first taunt, Jetstar has already used one of his, but you know, we talked a lot in 2015 about a really just a struggling year for the champion. Whoever the champion was seemed more times than not to lose the title. I mean, I would probably, if I had to estimate, and of course this is just ballpark numbering, but I would say championship success rate probably had to be around 30% in 2K15 and in overall 2015. And I think that's really low compared to a lot of years where I think was maybe around 40, 45%. Just a really, really low. And I've asked DZ, who's at times been one of EIF's statisticians, who works closely with the EIF website as a co-administrator, and ask him, so who knows, maybe we can get that number for you guys at some point. Maybe before WrestleMania. Of course, WrestleMania is infamously known in EIF for successful championship reigns or defenses, or lack thereof, I guess you could say. Float over, DDT connects for Beatdown the Hybrid. Jetstar getting up to both feet. Here comes Beatdown running Bulldog. And Beatdown, who we mentioned, hasn't had a great 2K16 thus far. Well, he's looking pretty good in 2016. So far, maybe could be looking to end this match quickly and spear his way to a second Undisputed Superstar Championship. Here's Jetstar with the big drop kick. Hybrid up to both feet. And now Jet ascending the top turnbuckle. Hybrid just going to keep Beatdown down. And here comes Jet, maybe not. Hybrid with his second taunt. He has a finisher. Beatdown is the only one without one. Spinning heel kick, no avail. Jetstar exits to the apron, and Hybrid with a running elbow. Jetstar to the inside now, and Hybrid dropped from the champion. And how good does it feel for Jetstar to say he is the champ? And how awesome was it that he ended up having 4 weeks off without having to defend it? And of course, if he's able to walk in at Fear's Reality, and finally that move fully connects. But wait a minute, maybe it wasn't a good thing, Jetstar. Able to use a reversal on Hybrid. But, you know, think about it. Jetstar had the 4 weeks off, so you got an extra week that any other champion would get. And then in 3 weeks from now, if just say he's still the champion and he defends at Fear's Reality, after that he gets 5 weeks off before WrestleMania. And talk about getting here, if you were to really be trying to get in the conversation of longest superstar reign, that's a good way to do it. Beatdown egging on Hybrid. He's got a finisher in hand and his first taunt being used. Hybrid thought he maybe would have gotten the reversals, but he's stopped. And Jetstar becoming a spectator to his own World Championship match. And you know that, I'll tell you what, not only do you have the viewers in Twitch all around the world watching us here on the EIF network, but I think you've got 5 especially keen-eyed viewers looking at this match, and they're going to be coming up next in our main event, the EIF Royal Rumble for 2016, underway in just a little bit. I mean, this has been an exciting pay-per-view. This is a good match so far, hoping it gets better as well. But, I mean, you can't help but have some excitement because you know that by the end of the night, you have at least one superstar confirmed, 100% undisputedly confirmed, that they can be in one of the WrestleMania main events. And it's such an opportunity, especially this year. You look at the guys, a good mix of talent in this Royal Rumble matchup this year, that we could be seeing a couple of first-timers at the WrestleMania main event level. Jetstar attacking Beatdown. And Hybrid diving his way out. Not to mention you got experience on one end versus some rookies in the Rumble, but we got Deathlock, a veteran, big veteran. You'd have to think, you got to argue Deathlock could really be the odds-on favorite. Jetstar with his third taunt, as Deathlock is entering his 3rd consecutive Royal Rumble, and he won the one in 2014. Didn't capitalize off of it, but either way, I mean, really, this is something Deathlock is used to. So Jetstar and Beatdown, though, in the ring, they're focusing on the matter at hand. Every superstar in this match with a finisher. The overall lead and momentum goes to the champion, Jetstar, who could be potentially taken out of the conversation of championships as Hybrid was trying to threaten, but Jetstar making a smart move, a guy who's not a veteran in EIF, but certainly plays like one. Jet is well beyond his years in terms of the Extreme International fighting maturity. Beatdown may not be, so he might be getting caught by Hybrid, but he's able to run out. You know, we talked earlier, too, about DZ, Hostile, and Ratluck in their main event matchup. The story for these three is very similar, just odd stories of how you get to the top. And, I mean, Beatdown a year ago on this. Oh, wait a minute. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Jetstar finisher, double arm DDT, and he could be looking to put this one away. But Hybrid's going to have something to say about that. Doesn't even get a 1 count. But the champion does strike first blood with the finisher. I mean, Beatdown, though, a year ago today, I mean, he was one of EIF's most hated superstars. People just did not like this guy, and not because of his attitude and his heel gimmicks per se. Just, he was an annoying guy. He was a punk. And Beatdown really has turned the corner in this league, and that started in the late spring of 2015, and he's found himself in the main event of the 2016 first pay-per-view. And now, wait a minute, yes, locked in, and he might be finding himself submitting to a move that could give Hybrid the championship. This could be ending quickly, and it does. Just like that, it's over. Hybrid Maniac has just ended Techno's reign for the most Superstardom reigns of all time, and he also ended Jetstar's title reign yet again. Hybrid Maniac, an undisputed Superstardom champion, perhaps the best Superstardom has ever seen or ever known, and Jetstar, the only man tonight that will not be able to walk out with his championship intact, unfortunately for him, but he will get that rematch clause. Yeah, what a match. It was a quick one, though, not as long as the ED one, but we've got a match coming up here that may not be so quick. And either way, whether it is or not, I really don't think it's going to be, but huge implications. As if this wasn't enough, guys, we have one more match for you, and that means we've got just one more break to take you to, well, technically two, considering after the entrances, but either way, guys, we ask you to stay with us, because coming up next is the EIF 2016 Royal Rumble match. It's our main event live right here at the 6th Annual Ultimate Destiny.